people! Hi! But anyway, I know I said that once I get my recording thing fixed or find out what's going on with my videos, because I recorded and attempted to upload episodes 3 and 4 of Fear the Walking Dead Season 2, and for some reason they both didn't show up. I don't know why they're not showing up on my feed. Instead of figuring it out, I'm going to attempt again to re-record episodes 3 and 4 and attempt to upload them, and attempt to also get episode 5, which recently premiered last Sunday, which was like, well, today's Tuesday, so like 2 days ago. But anyway, let's attempt episode 3, Fear the Walking Dead Season 2, episode 3, titled Ouroboros or something like that. I can never pronounce the name. It's Ouroboros? Ouroboros? But anyway, I like this episode in particular mainly because we finally found out what happened to the passengers of Flight 462. If you guys remember, before Season 2 of Fear the Walking Dead showed up, they had this mini web series, Fear the Walking Dead Flight 462, and they said that at least one character from this mini web series was going to pretty much join the cast of Fear the Walking Dead in Season 2. So I was like, cool, this is interesting, right? And if you guys remember, for Flight 462, main character Jake, if I remember correctly, his name is Jake, goes on a plane, takes his seat, and finds out that his mom can't join him on the plane because, you know, someone took her seat or something like that, and she basically tells her son, you know, your father will meet you there in Phoenix in the morning, and I'll maybe get the next flight out or something, right? And if I remember correctly, during that whole episode, also during that whole thing, another guy's all like, hey, are we taking off? Because my friend just sent me a message saying that all flights have been grounded. And when Jake hears that, he actually calls his mom saying, you know, trying to figure out what's going on, why all the flights are apparently grounded, right? And she says, oh, don't worry, again, you'll see your father in Phoenix in the morning, and I'll just drive there and meet you guys, right? But of course, all shit hits the fan, because when he's on the phone call with her, he hears a woman scream in the background, and he's like, oh my god, what's going on? He's like, oh, nothing, just someone... She tries to calm him down, but you could tell by her voice that she's very uneasy, and she straight up hangs up on him and stuff. And while he tries to get in touch with her, his messages aren't going through anymore. And of course, you meet another survivor named someone on the plane named Alex, who seems to know a lot about the infected, cause apparently someone on the plane who was throwing up and all that shit, turns out he actually had some sort of wound on his abdomen, which actually looks like very much like a bite mark. So I'm not gonna get too much into it, but I probably will have my own opinion about it some other time, mainly because I want to do Ouroboros first. So anyway, we find out what happened to Flight 462, because the last time we saw it, like, toward the end, what's his name? Nick, in the end, you actually see him, like, looking for drugs in a house, and you actually see the plane, which is dangerously low, like, hovering above his head, flying away the coast. And we don't know what happened, and then, we find out that the plane actually crashed in the coast, and, in the middle of the ocean, Alex, the female that we met, swims to her wounded companion, who is actually Jake. Unfortunately, Jake, half his face is all burned and shit, and he's, like, going in and out, right? But anyway, she swims to her companion, Jake, after surviving the crash of 462. He's still alive, though, Jake. And a raft with, like, at least 3 male survivors are coming toward them, like saying, "Hey, come here, come here." And so Alex brings her and Jake onto the raft with those 3 survivors. And one of the survivors, Tom, notices that one of the 2 guys that he's with, he notices that he got bitten in the leg. And so, since he's infected, he straight up just smacks that infected passenger with an oar and then, like, pushes him overboard the raft. And basically, days pass and Tom tells Alex that her friend Jake is dying, because half his face, like, burned. And she's like, "Jake's dying. Please, Alex, he's dying. Like, put him out of his misery. Kill him. Put him out of his misery, kill him. Put him out of his misery before he turns and all that stuff." And that night, while they're all sleeping, Tom attempts to kill Jake in his sleep, and Alex straight up stabs Tom to death and pushes him overboard. And when that happens, the remaining survivor that is on the raft with Alex and Jake, Michael, apparently, his name is Michael, is encouraging Alex, although, stabbing him in the sleep wasn't the best idea, he does agree with the fact that Jake is dying and should put him out of his misery, and also before he turns. And so, we pretty much stop with Alex and Michael and Jake right after that, where Alex is just pretty much in a way glaring at Michael slightly. But anyway, on the Abigail, Strand tries to call his contact via satellite phone to confirm that he's coming, right? But unfortunately the phone cuts out. And this is so funny, when that's all happening, Madison and Travis, they're trying to sleep and all that stuff. I thought this is so inappropriate. The fact that they attempt to make love in their stateroom, I find that highly inappropriate. I don't know what it is. It's an apocalypse. I know that you feel somewhat safe on this little vessel you're on, but for starters, you're in an apocalypse. The beginning parts of an apocalypse that you still don't understand. You're on a boat that it's basically owned by a stranger, and you don't know what could possibly... Hang on for a sec. My bad, guys. I thought I saw something interesting. But anyway, while they attempt to make love, which I think is hilarious, by the way, the boat unfortunately creaks to, a sudden stop. And Travis determines that the engine has pretty much malfunctioned because there's, a water intake, something blocked in the water intake. And because of that, he thinks the problem would require someone to look under the boat. He volunteers to do so, although Madison, despite the fact that Travis volunteers, Madison thinks that frickin' Strand should because it's his boat, right? But he's like, "I will do it," and all that stuff, and Madison urges him, do it in sunrise when we actually could see, right? But I do agree with Madison on that. At least you could see what the problem is. And I really don't like the fact that Strand's like, "No, do it now, we need to go now." I understand the dude's in a hurry with his secrets and all that shit, but it's very dangerous considering walkers can be in the water. I am just saying. But of course, Strand manages to convince Travis to look under the boat at night, like an asshole. But anyway, Travis ends up scuba diving in the water and swims toward the water intake. And we find he runs into a shoe that's literally underwater, and it's oh, okay, obviously whatever's blocking that water intake has to be a person or a walker, obviously. So I'm bracing myself for it, all that stuff. And I'm like, please don't tell me we're gonna lose Travis because Strand is so impatient and shit. But what surprised me, 50-50 surprised me, not that much, was the fact that the walker that that Travis finds that's blocking the water intake happens to look very familiar. And when we actually, because of the shirt he's wearing, and the moment he turns around, my suspicions were confirmed that the walker that is stuck in the water intake happens to be Michael, the third and remaining survivor that was with Jake and Alex. So a part of me was like, that death glare that Alex gave Michael, I had a feeling she might have knocked his ass out somehow. You know what I mean? But anyway, he's flailing beside the hole and his arm is stuck in the intake valve, and zombified Michael attacks Travis, and Travis of course panics and struggles to escape and all that shit. But anyway, later in the engine room, you know, Travis is okay, and he begins to remove the backup sludge from the filtration system, and unfortunately he tells Strand the repairs are literally going to take all day, and Strand does not want to have that, because, you know, Strand, he wants to go now. He needs to get where he's going now to whoever he's contacting on his old satellite phone, right? But unfortunately, he can't do anything about it, because, of course, Strand doesn't know what the hell he's doing with the ship. He doesn't know how to fix it, and so he has no choice but to trust Travis's opinion, because Travis is the only one who could actually repair the ship, right? And, back to the other passengers, Ophelia. Yeah, Daniel actually notices that Ophelia's wound is actually infected. Remember, like, she got, what was it? Did she get shot? I don't remember. It's been a while. But anyway, like, her wound is infected, and apparently she tells him that she ran out of antibiotics to help treat it. She suggested to go for the others to get some antibiotics, but, Daniel pretty much forbids her from doing it, because he's like, you know what? It's just you and me. These are just extra people. He insists that families should stick together. So he's basically saying, like, Madison can take care of her own family, and we take care of each other because we are family, right? And, I'm gonna stop it right here, because I don't know how long this video's been recording. Actually, I actually do know. Oh my god, I do have a recording thing right there. Oh my god! I didn't see that. I am so sorry, guys. I'm not even gonna lie to you. There is actually numbers there that's telling me how long I've been recording, and it's like so bright white that I could barely see it. Oh my god, it's only been 11. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Alicia shows her mom a spot on the shore that is literally littered with luggage from a plane wreck. And if you guys remember, like I said, we find out what happened to Flight 462 was the fact that it indeed crashed. And Alex, Jake, and those other survivors like Michael, Tom, and that one that got knocked over by an oar, they survived. They were in the middle of the ocean, which means, like, probably when the plane, like, I think the plane probably broke apart, and that's how Alex and then ended up in the ocean. And that's how the other half ended up where Alicia sees the luggage. Because they did crash on shore. But, like, Alicia, like, shows Madison, hey, look. Right there on the shore is littered with luggage from the plane wreck. We could look through all these luggages and find supplies for ourselves. Clothes, antibiotics, stuff like that. And Alicia, Nick, and Chris, they insist that they should go over to shore to gather these supplies. Madison and Travis, on the other hand, they refuse to let their kids go out there because, you know, for starters, Alicia, Nick, and Chris are their kids, and they're the youngest ones. They should not be going into that dangerous type of stuff, but, you know, the oddball thing is Daniel offers to accompany the three kids to go on shore aboard the Zodiac, which is that little ship that they have. I think also mainly because he wants to get some antibiotics for Ophelia. So, like, with Daniel's coaxing, you know, Daniel manages to convince Madison and Travis to let the kids go as long as Daniel's with them. At the same time, as they're leaving, Daniel actually tells Madison about the fact that he found out that Strand is not going to San Diego. He's going to sail to Baja instead. Baja, Mexico. And, so Daniel found that out in a previous episode. He tells Madison about it. And so he tells Madison to question Strand about his intentions, since she's still going to be on the boat and he's going to be with the kids. And, I am running out of time. I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh my god, I'm like 14 right now. I am running out of time. I'll see you guys in the next video, which is most likely to be part 2, okay? I love you. Bye.